Okay guys, I just went to the Saturday morning bag sale. It was $1 a bag. And guess what? I got one bag. Not a full bag, not even half a bag. I would say about a third of a bag. I got 6 books and 7 CDs. That's it. It was really bad. There were a ton of people there, but they were mostly there to actually read books. A lot of people were there to grab stuff for their kids. So I only saw one other reseller who came there after me. So I actually got better CDs than I got books. The books are not even worth talking about, really. A few are going to be a little bit longer tail, but a few will take a few months to sell. So the books aren't really worth talking about. But 2 CDs in particular that I got are really great. One of them exceptional. I got this one here. It says Alkaline Trio, and yes, it's called God Damn It. And the rank was pretty good in the low 100,000s. There's only 2 FBA offers starting at $17, $16.99. It's about a $16, $17 CD. Again, I got 6 books, 7, so I got 13 items, and I got some cases just to use as replacement cases for CDs. But 13 items for $1, pretty cheap per item. It's a good find. But this was definitely the best find here. Promenade, the original cast recording. I guess it's a Broadway show, or was a show a while back. So there's not very many copies. There's like 7, 8 copies. No FBA offers. The lowest MF offer is $34, $35 plus shipping, so almost $40. And the rank is pretty good. I think about 120,000 or so, 130,000. And it sells pretty steady, like the one I found yesterday of Midnight Run, kind of in the similar vein where it sells steady. There's a steady demand, but there's just not that many copies, so the price is high. So then there's no FBA offers, so I could price it $39.95. I could even try a little higher, but I'll probably do $40. And again, I got it for like less than 10 cents. So that was a great find. Once again, CDs trumping books. They didn't have that many CDs, but I found better CDs, even though they had thousands of books. Most of the books were fiction, so they had lots of fiction, romance, cookbooks, nonfiction, but the nonfiction was only 2 tables, and it just wasn't that good. It was a lot of older stuff, a lot of hardcover in bad shape. Just doing this almost 2 years, I know by looking at stuff it's not worth looking up. I'm not willing to buy something that's ranked 5-6 million to make possibly $5 or $6, if that. They had a religion section, which I went to first. I found a couple of books, but not that great once again. So I just found 6 books. They had a lot of foreign language, Chinese foreign language, so that wasn't much help. And the kids' books were just rated the second people would arrive. They would really go after the kids' books. They brought out a box of kids' books when I was there. And I'm not kidding, about 10 parents, 10 moms mostly, just dove into it and just started tearing the books out. It was kind of crazy. I guess they really hard up for kids' books and don't like to go to thrift stores. I'm not really sure. And aren't willing to go to Barnes & Nobles. I didn't get any kids' books for my kids. But it was just weird in that I found hardly any books. And it was much bigger than normal when I go to the sale. And for whatever reason, there just was not very many good books. But I'm glad I found the CDs, so it's worth it. I have 11 already in my shipment, so I'll add another 13. So I have a 24 item shipment, which isn't too bad, and I'll have a couple of really high priced items. So between those 2 CDs and the CD box set, we're talking about $140-ish just between those 3 items. So that's great. So here is my next shipment. Just about to weigh the box and reusing a box from Prime. So that's handy. And this is 24 items. There is that CD box set in there, a couple VHS tapes, and another about 10 or so CDs, and then 10 or so books. So it's a small shipment, but got some valuable stuff in there, so that's good. And it is Sunday, so I will be dropping this off tomorrow, Monday. My other shipment of 30 something items, I can't remember exactly how many, already hit a few days ago, so The importance is consistency, not necessarily size of shipments. Clearly, if you're sending in a lot of books and a lot of items, that's great. But if you can just be consistent with it, you can, increase your sales and your inventory. Just wanted to let you guys know. I post this on Monday, this video. Sometimes, these sales are just hit and miss. That's why I don't go to too many book sales. The good part is there weren't very many other resellers, but it didn't really matter. There just wasn't much there. A bit of a bust, but at the same time, I'm glad I found those 2 CDs, so it wasn't completely a waste of time. And I haven't been to a book sale like that with a lot of people, so it's kind of a weird environment, especially for me. It's like I get a little anxious because there's just such a frenzy of people, even though there are hardly any resellers. I feel like, oh my God, hurry, hurry, hurry before other resellers get there. Or typically you go to a big book sale and there might be a dozen resellers, but there's so many books that it's okay and you can take your time. I think also I'm a lot more selective. Whereas a year ago, definitely a year and a half ago, if I would have come to the sale, I might have bought double what I bought and just taken a gamble on some things that I'm just not willing to sit around and wait for. So I've just become a lot more selective with the books that I get as well, which I think is better for me and my business. I don't have a bigger inventory, but a smaller inventory that sells faster, still for profit. Hope you had a good Saturday. There aren't many yard sales going on, so I probably won't go to any yard sale. It's probably be it for the weekend. Just get the shipment ready for Monday and start over for the new week. Sales are kind of clicking along here and should be going strong for a while. Hopefully you found some good stuff on Saturday if you're able to go out thrifting or sourcing at some yard sales or estate sales or some thrift stores or maybe even some book sales. I'm gonna look into more book sales, see if there's any big ones coming up that I can go to and try to get some decent books. As always, remember, keep booking. La cucaracha, la cucaracha, la cucaracha, la cucaracha.